Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters and debunkers. I popped over to see this video by Nathan Oakley demonstrating how perspective will make something on the floor in the distance disappear when we get down to a low level. It's a great example of something that can be repeated and observed by anyone, pretty much anywhere. It's great. Real science in action. He just shows here how the book over there in the distance disappears as he gets down. And of course, you in the comments section, you've got people arguing about the unevenness of the floor, etc. Forgetting that, of course, outdoors we never get completely smooth surfaces. But here this is just a great example of how much something can be cut off at a short distance over a very level, perhaps slightly uneven floor, but that's what happens with perspective. Anyway, the comments, of course, are rabid from the anti-flat earthers. We've got this string that gets started off by conspiracy cats, and it goes on and on. But one thing that made me guffaw out loud was this one here. This is a globie trying to defend the idea that we're on a globe with gravity and everything. Do a search for a foil boat in a tank of air, and you'll see your air pressure with no container. Okay, so he's suggesting that we look at experiments with foil boats being floated in tanks, containers of air, and you'll see air pressure with no container. I don't know. What I mean, why would someone even? I mean, this is just someone not thinking about what they're saying. But anyway, of course, let's go and have a look at these. These are the kind of experiments they're talking about, where you have obviously they fill the container up with different gases, and you get something that floats. But of course, you need a container, yeah, to do this with. Okay, just this is. When will you anti-flat earthers understand what flat earthers are saying when we try to explain that water and other gases need containers? They must be contained, otherwise they flow. And then we're told that they flow towards they are going towards the center of gravity around the spherical Earth. Well, no, if you don't contain water or a gas or whatever that's dense, then it just spreads out. It flows away from you. It doesn't stick there and get pulled down to the point directly below it. It spreads out. So it's just one of those things that made me laugh. And well, it's a bit of a shame, really, that this is an example of of the kind of moronic arguments you get from anti-flat earthers. So there you go. Well done, Nathan. Great experiment, and anyone can do this. So I suggest anyone that wants to look into perspective and how it works actually do an experiment like this. And obviously you're doing it on a smaller scale, but that's what happens when we look at boats apparently disappearing down a curve in the distance, and the bottom disappears, or even the whole thing if you get low enough, just because everything in front of you blocks it off, and the angle of incidence of the light that's being reflected off those objects in the distance, it's just too shallow. It's just perspective. That's the law of perspective. So thanks, Nathan, for a great experiment and a good giggle. Cheers.